that he's on for today. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Speaking of the devil.
See, there we go.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Canadian.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm late. My bad.
But now Brian left.
On Friday I had a RPG session because there's a holiday here in Spain, or in between the weekend and the holiday, so nobody works. And Discord died during my all over the place. It
No
stopped
way.
working. So it just destroyed my session.
It happened to us like last time, right? I mean, just at the end, like
Well,
every.
that was just you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that it was working fine on my phone, but not on the PC. Couldn't connect on the PC.
Crazy.
That's why you need a backup. At least it's good to have a backup.
I wish I could afford a backup computer.
Not a backup computer, but
Backup.
some backup chat. Like
Oh,
if Discord isn't
yeah.
working, use Skype. If Skype isn't working, use Discord.
Yeah.
Or the Roll20 voice chat. But that still seems kind of broken to me, at least when I use
I
it.
feel like I would use a Roll20 before using Skype again. Something like that.
Yeah, but Roll20 just had like for ages. Like if there are like 3 people or more in there, then every now and then some just don't connect to others or something. Like so some can hear a person but others can't hear that person. It's extremely annoying.
Oh.
Yeah, I found Skype working well for one-on-one sessions, but as soon as it gets like a bigger group, it's kind of messy. Actually, Discord is doing a great job of.
Oh, by the way, Emiliano, I started reading Auxiliary Justice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I've been like, I think I'm at chapter like 8 or 9, like about 100 pages in. I'm really liking it so far.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
it's one of those books I'm gonna have to read again or think about for a while. I'm reading the second one, and just like the second book after the book after Annihilation, the second one, they get kind of boring. Like the second book tends to be like more boring because there's less new stuff, and less things happen in these like sci-fi series, at least.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting so far.
It's the character building middle thing that happened.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
it's very interesting. Like the viewpoint characters, like interesting. It's like this AI that controls like a lot of bodies at the same time, and like it doesn't get like some things that normal people would get. Like it, like the civilization that like built this AI, they don't like denote gender in their language, and they don't like they don't make like a big fuss about that, so it always has like problems like figuring out if someone is like male or female. Has to guess and stuff.
Did we level up last session? Like at the end of last session, right?
Oh fuck! I didn't level up my character.
I did.
I did, yeah.
So we're level 7.
Oh man!
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm level 6.
Okay, so you have the time until I finish the recap to level up.
All right.
Should be.
I can't hear you again.
Yeah, you got a bit more quiet again.
Quiet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How is it now? Better?
Yeah.
Still quiet?
Yeah.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Better?
It can still go up.
Yeah.
Just keep counting and turn the game, and we say when it's too much.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7.
Still not too much.
1 2 3.
Okay.
1 2 3 4.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a little bit on the loud side, but you're the DM.
We can
so
turn you
that's
down
fine.
on Discord.
Yeah, but it doesn't ever way.
Okay, so let's try and keep it that way.
Yeah, now it sounds good.
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, it's like yeah. What happened to old-fashioned D&D? Like a few people meeting in the same room, not speaking through microphones.
The meat space? Who wants to meet in the meat space?
Meat space.
Yes.
First time I
Yeah,
heard.
I heard someone refer to that. Can't
Cool.
remember where.
That's actually a good.
Yeah.
I need to write that down. Sounds like something this robot from Futurama would say. Bender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My shiny middle ass.
Another robot slur towards humans is meat bags too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. What was it? 8K4 or something?
One of my favorite quotes from him was, "How can you stand all the slushing around?"
Oh my god. The slushing around.
One of the robots in an Amazon factory is nearly killed like 20 people.
What?
What?
Oh,
How did that happen?
It by accident, it punctured a canister of a chemical spray that was supposed to. It's sort of like a bear pesticide.
Oh. Oh wow.
Bears are staying away from your, I don't know, yard, forest, whatever, and it spread around inside the factory, and there were like 21 people who were rushed to the hospital.
damn.
I
Damn.
did hear about that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, are we ready to start? Everyone are okay? Brian, you're good? She's asleep?
Yep. For now.
Mine isn't. You can probably hear the screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try and mute it when she starts screaming.
Okay, so in our last session, and excuse me, I'm still under the effect of the flu. So excuse my nasal accent. But last session, you guys managed to sink a frost giant ship called the Remorseless, and it happened just in front of the astonished eyes of all the soldiers and dockhands of Waterdeep. The Remorseless was about to attack the walls of Waterdeep, trying to basically force the city officials into handing over Harshnag, the frost giant prisoner you basically helped to rescue from the ship. A Zentarim agent named Kevan teleported the frost giant from the Remorseless. You boarded the ship using your Illithid submarine and using animated treants with the help of Peleus's friend Turlang, the treant. You managed to use them as siege engines and sink the Remorseless. You fled and sailed right under the underwater using the submarine to the dock of Waterdeep, and found yourself again at the same warehouse you visited way back, like 20 sessions ago. This warehouse that belongs to House Elturchul. This is a house that controls the biggest magic academy in Waterdeep. Last time you were there, it was because of this secret chamber within the warehouse that was filled with canisters and vases full of creatures that can control minds, basically aberrations. There was an intellect devourer there. But now that you return to this place a couple of weeks after you left it, you can see that the whole place is reconstructed, and there were several dockhands inside the warehouse trying to transport all kinds of crates and all that stuff inside and outside, into and out of the warehouse. There was a dwarf there. His name was Scrag. Let me see. Anyone remembers? His name was... Come on, 100 XP to anyone who helped me out here.
Sorry.
Scarset Chainhand. This was the dwarf. He is an albino dwarf you met at the warehouse. You kind of disguised yourselves as dockhands. He told you to transport a cart. One of you decided to drop it just to see what happens. And it exploded into this tentacled monster inside the warehouse, and you all fled to the safety of the upper floor and leaving this tentacled monster behind you. I think this is where we stopped last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were about to leave the warehouse, I think.
Yeah, and you have two dockhands with you, and the dwarf is still around, and he's shouting, "Quick! To the mind control protection potion chamber!" And he points the way toward one of the chambers behind him.
One thing was that Emiliano Aline did a gust of wind on the box, so it was pushed into the room when
Right,
it first opened.
right.
So it's not next to the stairs, but
So yeah, it was pushed like toward the exit from which you entered, right? Toward the dock itself.
I can't remember. One of the side rooms.
Okay. So the way I see it is we have this corridor. From one end you entered, and it leads to the dock. The other end has a staircase, and you are basically all around that staircase. There is a door, it's open. The dwarf and two more dockhands are past the stairs, and you are all basically on the stairs. And he shouts, he points to an inner room and shouts, "To the mind controlling protection potion chamber. Follow me! Bar the door!"
Oh god.
Yeah.
Sounds like we should go there.
Sounds like
Yeah,
he
sounds
has a
like there
good
might be
plan.
some useful potions in there.
Yes.
Okay, so who bars the door?
I'll bar it.
Okay, so the dragonborn kind of you push it around, and there is this big chunk of wood that you can place on top of it. Yeah, so you bar it, and if you listen carefully, you can actually hear the tentacles kind of slamming against the walls and the door itself. So you kind of hold it as the tentacles pound on it. But after a while, you feel secure enough to leave the door. You think that the tentacles won't break it, and the dwarf goes into the room. There are 3 doors in front of you. He opens one of them and points to a desk. On top of it, there are 6 wine glasses and a bottle of reddish liquid. And it has a stamp on it in the form of a tentacled squid or creature.
So these are just dockhands we're with?
Yeah, 2 of them.
And how
And
did,
is that-
how did
is
they
that battle-
react to us?
So
To
they,
the rest of the group, yeah.
yeah, so they look at you. Obviously, they don't identify you, but they kind of look at the dwarf and believe that he's in charge and he probably hired you. The dwarf is simply pointing at the potion and starts filling it quickly.
I want to grab it out of his hand.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Before he gets to pour it, I want to walk over to the table and just grab it.
The bottle itself?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, you grab it.
So can I make an Arcana check?
Yes.
18.
With an 18, so this potion, you kind of sense that it does have the qualities of that affect the mind.
Okay. So I'll just grab it and look at him and say, "Thank you. You can leave."
And he
I'll
look
change shape back to my normal self.
okay. He looks at you and says, "What do you mean leave?"
So, with my black hair and totally white skin and stuff, I'm just gonna like dead eye him and say leave, and I want to make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Can I help him by doing some magic-y stuff?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? You can give him an advantage if you do some magic stuff.
Just gust of wind. Oh, wait, is that a cantrip? Yeah, gust of wind, like
Blow my hair in the breeze.
exactly, like Fabio-esque. Seduce him.
Okay, so you have an advantage, Brian.
I'll give him
23.
guidance as well.
Okay,
23.
so the dwarf looks at you, kind of swallows, and then quietly goes out of the room. He keeps the door open for the two dockhands. They look at you. We don't want any problems, and then they simply leave.
Are there any windows?
So you are still underground, you feel.
Oh, okay.
So 3 doors, one of them is open into a chamber. There is a desk, 6 cups, wine glasses, this bottle that Anderist is holding. Other than that, the room is kind of bare.
Why would there be 6 cups here? We're clearly 6, but there were this dwarf and 2 dockhands only. So why are there 6 cups?
I feel fine anyways. I'm not drinking any of this. So
Perhaps there's some people that left that we didn't notice.
has anyone been here before? Does anyone know how we get out of this?
I'm guessing we need to go up. But no, I don't think any one of us has ever been.
I've been here.
this renovated area in any
A
case.
few of you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you only remember like a warehouse and then 2 flights of stairs into the dock. You don't remember all these doors.
Yeah. I think only Zenith was there.
Ah, probably. Yes.
Okay, I say we should probably keep the bottle with us just in case we actually do need to start drinking from it. But let's open doors.
Want to go peek through the doors?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one? You have, he opened the rightmost door, so you have the middle one and the left one.
The middle one.
Okay.
Do we see anything in the door that he opened and went through? What can we see through there? Is it like another corridor?
So he opened the middle door, so yes, there is a short corridor, and then another flight of stairs and some light, torchlight.
Okay.
And the flight goes up.
The flight of stairs goes up, yeah.
And then... So that's the middle one. What's the left one do?
The left one is still shut. If you open it, you can see a corridor, a dark one, and then it banks to the left.
Yeah. I think we go up. Through the middle. Anybody else?
Sounds good.
I'll follow you. This is not my forte.
Sure, let's
Do
go.
we want to try the other doors, or should we just run out of here?
I opened both of the other doors and looked into them.
Okay.
Just kick them open. Real quick, take a peek.
So, as I said, the right door leads to a room, a bare room with just a table, 6 cups, wine glasses, sorry, and this bottle that Anderist picked up. The left one, there is a dark corridor that banks to the left. If you take a few more steps there, you can see another room. This one containing a desk, a chair, there is a quill, and something like 3 or 4 parchments laid on the desk, and there something is written there, and there is a small pile of gold next to the parchment. It's kind of scattered.
We'll take the parchments. And
Yeah. Take it or
Can
burn
we
it
read
down.
it?
Yeah,
Can we
sure.
read the parchment?
Just,
Yeah.
just take it and look at it later when they're on.
Well, is it just like a line or two?
It's a couple of lines, mostly names and a date. The date is of
Okay.
today.
And real quick, any names that we recognize?
No, but these are, by the looks of it, simple names, not very, elaborate. You believe these are names of dock hands.
Okay, I'll leave that to Quarian then.
Okay, I'll just leave the parchments there then, in that case.
Any
Nothing else interesting to grab, snatch, and leave.
if he's gonna leave that parchment behind, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
There might be some use to it. Anything in the drawers?
So you open them. You can find 3 vials of ink. One of them is red.
3 vials?
Yes. 2 are black,
Arcana?
black purple, and 1 is red.
Arcana check again?
So the black ones, you believe, are, regular ink. The red one is made of some exotic matter that you don't readily recognize.
So an unknown potion of some sort. Okay. I'll pocket that.
As this is happening, I'm peeking through the middle door to see what's coming up next.
Okay, so a flight of stairs. You can see a room with torches lighting it, and you can see windows, but they are barred, like from the outsides. You can see brick walls that are barring the windows. You believe that this room is actually above, this room is actually, on the ground level, but it's probably renovated in a way that kind of boxes it behind walls. So maybe it's even the that room that Zunis visited like a couple of weeks ago. You can see casks, probably of wine, but they are empty, and a staircase, a wooden staircase leading up. There's a how do you call it? A hatch door or
A trapdoor?
a trapdoor, yeah, that leads upstairs, and a door in front of you with a small glass window that is dark.
Dark because it's dark on the other side, or dark because it's tinted?
You're not
Or
sure
night.
from where you stand.
Okay, I'll cast the light cantrip on my hand and hold it up to that window.
Okay, so as you hold it to the window, you believe that behind this door there is magical darkness.
Ooh, Scooby, hold on 1 second. I might be able to see through that.
I will cast Dispel Magic on the darkness.
Or you
Okay.
could do that.
Great. So remind me how Dispel Magic works in this edition.
If the spell is lower than third level or lower, it's automatically dispelled, isn't that right?
Yeah. If it's higher
Any
than
spell of
third
third level or lower ends for each spell of fourth level or higher, the target make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, if
darkness
it's-
is...
Okay. I think
If it's higher than... If it's I don't know if there's any darkness spells above third level, though.
No, I don't think so.
But you can cast it at a higher level if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Fair point.
Then it might be some magical permanent darkness.
Yeah, they might have
But
had
he
permanent.
doesn't-
Advanced darkness.
But still,
Yeah.
then you can still roll to try and
Yep.
dispel it. And the DC is 10 plus dispel it.
Yep.
Don't worry, guys. I got a lightning bolt. Whatever comes in there comes out of there.
Okay, so you cast the spell and the darkness is dispelled. At the end of the corridor, assuming that you have opened the door, you can see a fancy dressed butler standing. There is a silver tray in his hand, and something is on it, something flat lies on it. And when he looks at you, he bows and kind of serves the tray. He's something like
Weird.
I don't know, 15 feet far from you.
I slowly walk up to him and I ask him, excuse me, can you show us the way out of this?
While he's doing that, how does this butler look? Is he like human or humanoid, like normally, or is he like weird in some way?
Are there
S-
tentacles
he
coming
was-
out of his face?
Other than acting weird, does it look like weird?
Make a
Because
perception
he was
check.
he was just standing there in magical darkness, right?
Yes, so he's weird, clearly, but
Super weird. I like the guy already, but
well, that was a 9, so
Okay.
I'm probably too distracted by Payless, like just walking up to him, like.
So
No, Payless, you're getting it away. And,
he
like,
he's
study him.
he's elf, and first thing you all notice is his composure. He's kind of those elite butlers that are used to kind of doing whatever the boss tells them, but with style. So he looks at you and accepts you scrutinize him with dignity, and then he says, "Me lords, I have been placed here to serve you this invitation from my master."
Lord Elderchul, I'll say.
Yes.
Question mark.
You can see a very nice envelope. It's big. There are some silver decoration around its corners and a big red stamp of House El Turchul on the envelope. The butler says, "If I may, my dear guests, the Lord expressed his sorrow for you missing out on your previous dinner. He extended his invitation to a second dinner that will be held today. And he
We're
will...
doing our card check on the envelope.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, okay, I got a 20.
So as he kind of speaks to you, you kind of...
I take the envelope and hand it to someone who's been in the group for longer than I have been.
Quarian,
So
the
I'll take that.
So you take the envelope and it kind of opens up in your hand, and indeed you can feel that there is magic imbued in it. And as you open it, this image of Waterdeep streets kind of hovers in front of you, and you can see this fancy dressed butler, not this one, another one, kind of showing you the way through the streets. As you kind of look at it, he kind of points left, points right, up, down. Basically, it's a map to his mansion.
I'm picturing it like that Monty Python sketch with the French waiter. It's like, "Follow me, come this way," and he walks and walks.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
So the butler kind of pokes Andrist's shoulder and says, "Please, sir, the button."
This one?
Yes.
What about it?
It is the property of House El Torchul, not for you to take.
Well, then I'll return it to Lord Elderchul at dinner tonight. I don't know you.
He looks at you and says, "Yes, sir, of course, sir."
I'll just kind of like wave him away. Is there anything else in this room?
No, as I said, empty wine casks and a door behind this chamberlain that leads outside to the streets of Waterdeep.
Okay.
I go outside.
Stairs going up, right, to a trapdoor.
Yeah.
There was back in that other room, right?
Yes.
We are behind the darkness. You guys want to go check it out, or should we just go to visit
Up to you. We got easy access out of here now, so
Yeah, unless something else comes from below.
I'm happy to let you go look.
No. In fact, maybe I'm moving crates on, barring the door where we came from and closing it.
Oh, is this just for buying time?
If you guys are gonna be messing around in the other room, I'll make
Oh, well,
myself useful.
I'll put my cane in front of it. I'll just kind of walk over and look at you, going through all that effort, and, like heaving and flexing your muscles, and I'll just put my cane in front
My
of it.
weak
And walk.
old lady muscles. I look at your cane. Oh, right. Okay.
Significantly stronger than my frail, sick muscles.
Let's go to that room then.
Is call quality okay for you guys? It's
Yeah.
fine for you,
Yes.
It's fine for me.
What the rest as well?
Yeah, for me
It
too.
goes up and down a bit. It was.
I'll try.
earlier, but
I'm
fine
going
now.
to disconnect for a minute now. I'll try again.
Oh no!
You can change the region in the top right.
Oh, I'm in Russia right now. Awesome.
Yeah. Me too.
Are we all
me
in
too.
Russia?
I don't know. Maybe you can change it and.
I think that happened last time. We were talking
Yeah.
about how they were spying on us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now
Europe.
now Central Europe.
The Russian hackers moved us.
Okay, I'm back.
No, you're not.
You're
Okay, I'm back.
Why not? Why am I not? Oh, there we go.
Video. There we go.
Woo.
There we go.
Amazing.
Sorry.
Okay, so you want to investigate the attic, or are you heading out?
Well, I would prefer to head out.
It's up to the group. I'll follow them.
I
Investigate.
peek your head up and see what's up there.
Yeah, just in case there's nothing like.
Well, okay. If you
Pressing
guys-
up there.
If you guys think that's the wisest choice to do, then I'll do that.
What if there's a bunch of like awesome gear? I'm just poking that.
What does it have to do with this? I'm just curious. I just want to watch him stick his head up there.
And get my head cut off. Yeah.
I'll stick my head up there.
Okay, so Galen, you see as you open the hatch, the place is very dusty, and it seems like nobody has been here like for ages. You do notice in the center of the attic, which is quite tall, there is a rectangular something covered with cloth. It's as high as you. It's standing right in front of you, and it's covered with this white yellowish cloth. Probably it was white once, but now it's yellow, probably due to old age.
Could I have the light spell up here?
Sure.
Sure.
Cast it.
The Chamberlain from
Faster than
below
you.
says, he says, please, the former residents of this warehouse are not here, but we haven't explored all the relics and artifacts that they might have left behind. If you continue to investigate, please do know that this is under your responsibility. House El Torchol will not take any responsibility for any injury, theft, or...
I haven't signed anything, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him like a withering glare for speaking before he was spoken to.
Yeah. Well, Elliot thought it was a good idea, so I'll do it.
Okay.
So while I'm
You
still,
gotta
like,
stop trusting me.
while I'm still halfway like up there, like then I'll just reach up and make sure that I have the light spell up there so I can actually see around the room.
Mhm.
Then just pull the cloth.
I'm there with you, probably.
Oh, on the ladder.
Probably.
On the ladder.
Depending on what bites your head
I'm
off.
holding the ladder. I'm holding the ladder.
Okay.
So as you climb inside, you can see. So there are basically shelves all around this attic, which is quite high, something like 7 feet tall. The floor is wooden and it's covered with cobweb and dust. You can't see anything. Nobody cleaned this room for a long time. This big framed thing is just in front of you, and on the shelves you can see many small statues of various animals. You can see vases made of clay with drawings on them. You can see the materials used to basically paint or create clay artifacts, or things of art. Maybe a collection of an artist, maybe a former workshop or something like that.
I'll mention that there might be some. This art might be worth something. I don't know. I don't really understand it. Maybe it's magical. What do I know? And then I'll pull the cloth to see what's on it.
Okay.
Do I know if anybody can cast detect magic not as a ritual?
I can't.
Anybody? Have I seen you? No? Okay, I can only cast it as a ritual. It's in my...
Casted it before. Oh no, I have it.
shadows.
And you have seen me do it.
Oh, maybe we should do that up there.
Yeah. If you mention it to me, Aline says, sure. I got a spell slot.
And while she's doing that, Forgar, maybe you should poke your head out that back door and make sure we're not exiting into an ambush.
Sure. I'll go poke my head out that door.
Well, have you guys done in the city that you have to be afraid of ambushes?
Well, we've been at... Wait. Wrong character. Nothing. But, I mean, Eldritch Schultz, I'm going to look over and I'm going to kind of wave at the butler here. Like, he just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
We were just ambushed by a butler.
Yeah.
It was the butler in the foyer.
Yeah.
With the invitation.
tray. With a silver tray. Yeah.
Silver tray.
So, Galen, you pulled the cloth from this object, which is revealed as a huge painting of a wizard in flowing robes, pointing at you with his wand. You can see an intense glare, on his eyes. He's looking right at you, and behind him you can see swirling shapes. The picture itself, the painting itself, is static, but just behind him you can see swirling shapes. And I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at this.
That's a good one. Nice.
A 3.
Yes.
Wicked. Can
Okay.
anybody see Avi? I can't see Avi.
Yeah, I can see him.
I see
I
him.
can see
No.
him.
I can't see you, buddy.
Okay,
Hello.
so Galen, you feel as if something was taken from you. You suddenly feel weak, sweat, kind of cold sweat appears on your forehead. You feel dizzy for a second, but then everything is okay. You look at yourself, nothing has changed. You didn't, sprout another head or something like that, but something is definitely missing. You don't feel very well.
Oh. Don't come up here. There's a creepy painting that's making me sick.
Oh,
I'm
Disgusting.
super interested in this now.
can you cover it up again so I can go and dispel magic? Oh, detect magic?
Sure.
I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration, just in case you need to do the saving throw as well.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna cast detect magic once I'm up there.
Okay. So the painting definitely registers as magical, and if you kind of sweep around the room, so are 3 statues of frogs, small, blackish, with green dots on them. So these register as magical as well.
Scoop
Can
those
I-
up, we can identify them later.
Yeah, well, before touching them, I want to Arcana on them to see what's up with them.
So you kind of examine them. You can see that they have sigils carved into their bellies, and you believe these artifacts are originated from Chult, which is far, far to the south. You're not sure what they do.
Throw them in my bag. No, actually, I hand them to the person who snatches all like the interesting magical items and stuff. To Anders.
me?
Yes. Take a look at these. I can't make any sense
Okay.
of them. I just give them to you.
I'll pocket them and I'll cast identify on them later. So they're 3
And then I
frog
turned to
statues.
I turned to Galen and I say, what did the painting look like?
Like a wizard, like pointing at me, like casting a spell. Oh, and there were like weird swirling things behind him that was actually moving.
So,
Hmm.
You know,
can I guess I'm kind of... I was interested, so I would have come up in the room, collected those frogs. Can I take a look at the back of the painting?
Sure.
See if the artist left any signature or anything like that on the back?
Yeah, I tell Gorian and crap, I forgot your character's name. Peleus to come up here. It's safe if they want.
could I like describe the wizard like really well, or maybe I actually know him?
You don't think you know him, but you can definitely describe him. It doesn't ring any bells to any of you. And you, Enderist, if you look at the back of the painting, you can find the painter's signature, which reads Quentin Fletcher, and there is a symbol, a white triangle, next to its name, which is kind of odd. You never seen this signature before.
Okay.
Do I know that last name? The Fletcher?
Come, last name.
All right.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, nothing rings a bell.
All right.
So I kind of spent a lot of time in high society and around magical type people. Can I make a history check to recognize the name?
Yes.
If, I mean, 11.
With an 11, you believe you've heard this name before. He's probably registered at Waterdeep's guild of painters and how do you call this when you make something with clay?
Sculpting?
Sculptors.
Sculptors?
Clay sculptors?
Yeah. So
Nice.
that guild. You can probably find him there. I mean, at least his, name, papers, whatnot.
Yeah. All right.
So what did I see out the door?
So at the door outside, you can see the streets of Waterdeep. I'm not sure if you were in the group where I think you were, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So
He's one of the OGs.
yeah.
Aw, yeah.
So you believe that the street facing the warehouse is the one you guys hid at, and you tied the
I know
elven.
this place. I know this place.
Yeah, where you tied this poor elven guy and beat the intellect devourer out of him.
Well, we seduce them first.
That was a
One way.
terrible.
One way or
Rings.
another, you're coming with me.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'd pop my head back in and go, I know where we are. We can get out of here. This store's good.
Yeah, let's go. Why are we looting random warehouses?
Why aren't we?
Is
I
this
You
I
a,
need
get
to
the-
adventuring, I see.
First of all, it's
get
not
the
random.
I get the feeling I'm like with a band of thieves or something.
Good sir, how dare you impinge?
while he kind of pocket the bottle? While he pockets the bottle. How dare you?
How dare you?
Okay, so
Any notes in that room, by the way?
what?
Is there any notes in drawers or anything in that room, or is
In what room? In the attic?
in the attic? Yeah.
So yes, if you kind of look around, you do see a journal covered with, well, maybe not a journal, maybe a practice notebook where a beginning artist kind of starts sketching and drawing.
Sketchbook.
Yeah, sketchbook. Yeah, right. Sorry.
Does it have the same signature?
Make a perception check as you kind of flip it around, open it.
Got a 13.
With a 13, you do find this signature, but it's scribbled over and there are several words below this scribble. It says basically, "I hate you," and a page just after that, you can see the word Zandrila Armasi. And Zandrila Armasi, and the handwriting is female. "I hate you." It's probably a female's handwrite.
Okay.
All right, let's blow.
Yeah.
I've got people to find.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
While they're doing that, just to be sure, I'll just center myself and like focus myself, still feeling a bit sick from this painting, and using my stillness of mind ability, which let me clear any charm the frightened effect. It probably isn't that, but just to be sure that I wasn't charmed by some evil painting somehow.
So
Man, your body's a temple. Do what you got to do.
you focus, and suddenly, you get the feeling that you know what happened. I need you to make a wisdom ability check. It can be it can be insight, yes.
Ooh, 16, a bit better.
Okay. You believe, partly due to your training as a monk, that
As a farmer, yes.
you believe that you have lost your soul.
Oh,
Oh.
That kind of sucks, right?
do you say that?
Where did I put that soul?
I might not say something right. Like deathly pale, I start like shaking, and just stop, like,
Galen, what's wrong?
I don't care.
I,
This is weird meditation that he's doing.
no, I'm not meditating.
Oh.
You know, you're God-fearing people, right? You believe in the
No.
soul.
Yes.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yes.
I think the painting stole my soul.
Oh, that is super interesting. I'm gonna start investigating you.
Impossible.
Looking in his eyes, in his ears, in his mouth, and search his arms for
to the
marks,
left and cough.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn to the left and cuff.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't worry, my hands are like freezing cold, so
It's one of those doctors.
this will be painful. Arcana check.
Good.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, if you know what you're
18.
doing, then I'll let you do it.
Yeah, I'm good. I've done this before.
I've done this before.
I'll calm down a bit then.
As he
18 was my.
pull out his immovable rod, I've
Yeah,
done
that's right, bend over.
Bend over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I trust you. You know what
Bite
you're
down on this.
doing.
Oh.
No, I'm just looking for marks or any kind of sigils or, checking. Is he still alive?
So
All
he's
sorts of stuff, whatever.
he's definitely alive, but kind of when you check it, you can see that this part of his hand is now blackened, and there are kind of veins, black veins that start to spread.
Are they growing?
As you watch, if you kind of really look at it and don't move for a while, then yes, you can see them slowly kind of.
Oh, this is really interesting. Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
want to look. I don't want to.
Clearly, I've never heard of this before or seen anything like this before. So you probably would have said something.
How about we take the picture like inside a cloth bag or something like that?
It's like huge. It's the size of a man.
Well, I could. Oh no, I lost him. He's dead. Never mind.
Aww.
He can't help anymore.
mean, we
Well, no
carry-
point shedding tears over the past.
Like,
Like, how
Forgar,
is
do you
it
think
any
you could carry
different?
this?
Yeah, I totally think I could carry this.
Can we roll
And
it up?
if-
Is there a way
It-
to roll,
yeah.
roll the
Oh,
picture?
take it out of the
Cut
frame.
it out.
If you want,
Well,
the
no, don't cut it. Sorry,
could-
go ahead, Ito.
no, you can
uh,
if you want to kind of break it from the frame and try to roll it. Yes.
Yeah, don't cut it, but let's try and roll it. Yeah, that's a
but
great idea.
maybe let me do it with you outside the room.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust you right now.
How many souls do you have?
The curtain off?
Uh,
Or are we all
Not a
staring at
cat.
it covered back up?
It's curtained. Here's my thoughts. His soul is elsewhere. Who knows who's got that soul? Nothing personal. I mean, you're my friend, but who, some otherworldly being starts crushing your soul. You're gonna do what they say.
Oh no.
But Galen,
No,
you
I
said that
wouldn't.
you saw like moving things, moving entities inside behind the wizard, right?
yes,
Moving
but-
shapes. Yes.
Moving shapes.
But do you guys really want to be in here and touching the painting and also lose your soul?
Nope. Nope.
I would say that the picture has your soul.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I kind of agree with them. Maybe we should let him do it. I think if we knock it down and take the frame off, at least we can do that to help you, and then you can roll it up.
Does
Or if you roll it up with the cloth on it, we'll never see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we need to get it out of the frame.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
lie
would
it down on its face, and we'll bust
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
up
there
frame
we
on the
go.
back.
Make sure it
And
doesn't
then
like
just, like,
fold.
Roll
I
it up
would-
from underneath.
I would
You know
suggest
what?
that
You know
Quarian's
what?
probably
Yeah,
got the most
I'll-
experience with this kind of thing.
I'll put my hand on the glass. I'm going to pull this glass in about 10 seconds.
I leave. I cast guidance on you and I just pat you on the head like,
Okay.
Good luck.
man, and I leave.
And then I wait for them to leave.
I hand him a handful of good berries and leave them.
You and your damn good berries.
Final
I love it.
goodbyes.
They'll fix everything. They'll rub some dirt in it. Here's some good berries.
So your party members leave, and then what? You simply try to bust the frame and roll the painting.
I'll wait until all of them are outside the room. No matter how
Be-
long it takes, I won't pull it down in front of them.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Be very careful. You don't want to break the canvas.
Can we
All
inspect
right, if you
the
can't
frame
do
itself?
it. Sorry?
Can we inspect the frame itself without looking at the picture?
You can.
Oh,
by...
when she cast detect magic, did the frame radiate magic or just the canvas?
just the canvas.
Oh, phew. Give her. I'm out.
So yes, you can inspect the frame, but you need to make a perception check, just to make sure you don't accidentally watch the canvas.
Yeah, don't look at it. Like, just leave the room and let me handle it. And I'm pulling down the cloth. I'm counting to 3. 1,
Counting
2.
three.
I have enough there. Come on, leave 2.5.
2 3/4.
2 3/4. 2.7,
7, 8.
2.8, 2.9.
Quarian, are you still in the room?
2.91.
I'm out.
Okay, so the
Okay,
cloth came off.
Yes. And I'm looking at the painting again. Does it still like affect me or make me feel sick?
Nope,
Right.
just a wizard.
Yes. I'll say, come on, damn wizard, give me back my soul, and then I'll start pulling the frame apart.
Okay. Make a dexterity check, sleight of hand if you have it trained, just to make sure you don't.
I have the 24. I crit.
Okay,
Nice.
awesome. So you take the canvas out of its frame. You don't damage it. You don't crack it, and you have it rolled.
Before I roll it up, I'll just like lie down on the floor and like punch the wizard, like so I don't damage it, but just punch the wizard. Come on, give me my soul! I like punch him a few times. Come on.
So
Just to see if it had an effect. I get some of this aggression out of my system, you know.
Oh god.
And you can probably hear it. You're probably like downstairs can hear me like hear it.
Hey, I think he's fighting. We should go up there.
And I assume that has no effect, and then I'll roll it up.
okay. Okay, great. So you can see Galen leaves the room, kind of angry with the folded paint.
No, I'm completely calm now.
Oh,
as I
okay.
calm down.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was easy. I took the frame. Nothing happened.
Great. So, where to now that you are back on the street? You can see that the city is bustling. A lot of people coming and going. A lot of them are talking about this ship that sank just in front of the eyes of the guard. There is a lot of talk on the street related to that. And you can hear also some people talk about giant attacks all over the place. But so far, Waterdeep have been spared.
Do they say? Can we gather from what they're saying? If it was also other ships or like floating ships or something that would remind us of the different maps that we found in the submarine?
So just by listening to what people say without kind of interjecting and bluntly asking, you can hear that Golden Field was attacked by hill giants. There was no ship involved. Breen Shander up in the north was attacked by frost giants. Definitely a ship, but they also send a boarding, not a boarding, but a raiding party on foot. And you also hear rumors about stone giants seen walking around the area of Thornhold.
Okay.
So I have two objectives here in Waterdeep, which I'm happy to let you know about. But one, I need to go find Fillory and Semyon. I told them to meet me here. So I need to find them. And two, I have a friend here who might know some more information about this crown. And she might actually be able to tell us some information about that painting. I don't know, but
Okay.
it's just a guess.
I think we should also go visit. What was his name?
Jolly?
Jolly. Just to hear what's up with him, and I would like to go visit my family too for like a few minutes,
Okay.
Yeah, just a few minutes. That's all it takes.
just to make sure that they're okay.
Yeah. I would be gone like a month. Like,
No, just 2 weeks. What are you talking about?
We have also have to go to the Iron Throne Company.
yeah.
That's
Isn't
it.
that where we're
Yeah.
meeting?
That's
Yeah,
way
Baldur's Gate.
south in Baldur's Gate.
But first
Oh.
we should go to Golden Field. Hill giants. Sounds bad.
Isn't
Let's
that
go kill them.
like north?
Yeah, I want to find out what's going on with all these giants. I don't really know about your other
How far
plans or
north?
whatever.
How far north is Golden Fields? I'm not familiar with it.
Like halfway to Neverwinter, but a bit more to the east.
Oh, like that's a long ways. It's not like a half-day walk. It's like
No.
a month or a couple weeks.
Let's see. Well, we're not on the Sword Coast map on Roll20, otherwise I could sort of ping where it is. I think I sort of remember where it is.
Anyways, that seems awfully far away. We've got an operative in the hands of the Zentarum down in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I say we do what we got to do here. Head to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
You're safe. Nice.
So
You
how
don't know
do-
the Zentarum.
How do you want to manage it? I mean, obviously, each one of you wants to do something else in Waterdeep. Do you want to move as a group? Do you want to split up? What's your plan?
I was gonna say if we split for like half a day or a day, and then meet back up at Ellen's compound.
Yeah, hopefully my mansion is not still the same.
I wouldn't be opposed to the company, Galen, if you wanted to come with me with that painting.
I would also
yes,
like to
I
go
guess I should
the guys.
look into that also.
So Quarian, Andrist, and Galen walking to Andrist contact.
Mhm.
That's fine.
I want to go see Wally.
Okay,
Or yeah, that's where I'm
Wally?
heading. Yeah,
Jolly.
And
Jolly. That's it. My bad.
That's fine.
I'm going to look for my tree and friend.
Oh yeah. Can you guys hear this?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Snores like a full-grown human.
Amazing.
You hear a fart. It's ridiculous.
And Aline, I'm assuming you go to your residence?
Sure, I'll go to my residence, see if there's any updates with Ruathim, or if it got attacked.
Okay.
I want to see what's up with the Ruathim.
If I can find the tree, and I will cast locate creature, by the way. So it depends on you how easy I find him.
That's fine. Okay, so you all leave, each to his own business. Let's start with Forgar.
Yeah.
So Forgar, you walk up or down the Dragon's Way to Jolly's Quill, his shop that you have been visiting for quite a while before you went out on this huge adventure.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the place is being renovated as well. You can see a fat man standing outside with an apron covered with flour, and he kind of rubs his hands as he oversees workers coming in and out of the quill, dumping books outside into this big pile, while his men go in and start installing stone ovens and shelves and redecorate the main view window. It looks like he's opening a bakery there.
What? I'll ask him. I don't know. I'll definitely walk up to him and be like, where'd the old tenant go? Jolly's Quill? He used to be right here.
He looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, just. But I bought this place. He got crazy about his son he lost up in the north. Well, I bought it real cheap, and now it's going to be Steveren's Bakery. People are going to need a lot of food in the coming war."
The coming war.
Yes, with the giants and all, haven't you heard? It's crazy. I know that I can make a lot of money selling bread. The one thing that is sure about people at war, they need food.
Yeah, definitely. You have none for me to sample, do you?
Not yet. I'm still just, building and renovating. Will take a while. Look at all this junk this crazy gnome collected over the years, and you can see a big pile of books out on the street.
What are you gonna do with all that?
I don't know. Burn them.
Would I be able to, if I hold them away? Could I have them?
Yes, sure.
Cool. I'm gonna go get some friends, and we'll come get this out of your way. Good luck with your bakery. And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna leave and head off to the manor.
Okay.
He mentioned something about his son, right?
Yeah, something about. I don't think my notes go back that far in here.
I think
I have the notes, but my character doesn't. So
that was a long time ago.
There was
right?
His son Kale was hidden by Jolly in Brinchander Temple with the help of a priest there named Matthias, a priest of Tempest.
It wasn't the son of Jolly, or was it the son of somebody else? That was
It
important.
was somebody else, but he took ownership of it.
Son of Artisimber.
Yeah.
Who was an adventurer.
Yeah, the name rings a bell. It's probably important.
Forgar, as you kind of turn around to leave, you almost bump into a man. He's wearing black leathers, shiny black boots, and he has silver hair. His you immediately identify or see that his lower portion of the face is more tanned than the upper portion of his face, maybe because he was wearing a mask or a helmet or something like that. And he says, "Excuse me, sir. Are you by any chance Forgar?"
Yep, that's me. Who are you?
I'm someone who was instructed to bring you a gift. I apologize for the mystery, but the gift giver doesn't want to be recognized as such just yet. Here, and he produces from his from a pouch a small bottle of this silvery liquid, and as you look at it, you can see something kind of swirling inside, and he gives it to you and says, "This is a potion of flying. Someone believes that your kind should be given this gift, the gift of tasting the free air, watching everyone and everything from up high. I'll be
Careful, man. The first one's always free.
That's racist.
I'll be staying at the Sword's Rest for a week or so, and maybe if my employer would wish that, he would reveal his identity and why he has taken such an interest in you. But I must say that your name is well known to us."
I think you're muted. You might be muted.
No, I'm just not exactly
Yes,
sure
without
what to
words.
say to that. I'll take the potion, and I'll keep in mind the Sword's Rest, is what he said. And say I would like to meet his employers, so if there's any way that we could maybe make that happen, I'd be into that.
I will see what I can do. You can search for me. My name is Croft, by the way. And he extends his hand.
I shake it.
So he has a firm shake. He smiles and then turns to leave.
All right, that's cool.
And then you're headed.
Why?
You headed to Aline's mansion.
Yeah, I'm heading. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. Let's pan the camera to Aline's mansion. So Aline, you approach your own mansion, and you immediately identify there is a wagon parked right on your front lawn, and it is of Ruathim make. You can see all the decoration, like bright colors and animal skins all around. The mansion itself is quiet. As you approach it, you can see that the windows are kind of shut. The lawn was it wasn't mown in a while. It wasn't taken care of, and the smoke isn't rising from your single chimney, which is kind of strange. Your cook was very much aware of the fact that he needs to cook if you're there or not. So
Okay. What was his name?
your cook, you invented a name for him.
Yes, I'm trying to
Brandon
remember.
or something.
What?
I think it was like Brandon.
Brandon. Brandon's crazy.
But his name
Alright.
was like Melkor, I think, something like that.
Yeah, but no one ever called him that.
No.
Yeah.
What's Brandon been doing? Has he been taking care of this mansion?
So his name, I can find it probably.
Elmore.
Elmorn, yes, Elmorn.
One, right.
Brendan, yeah. So what do you do?
I quicken my pace towards the front door and I knock
Okay.
loudly.
So before you even knock, it bursts open and a barbarian simply jumps on you. He's bald, his face are painted in red, with red and blue. He has this mighty battle axe at hand, and he simply swings it at you like a madman.
I headbutt him in the face.
Okay, roll initiative.
4. Come on. You lost it, Aline. You lost it.
Okay, so a mighty swing does a 17 hit.
No, wait, no, off my armor, 19.
Okay, so how do you dodge it, or do you block it, or what do you do?
Yeah, I react fast enough with my shield, just instinctively.
Pang, and sparks come out of its axe. He then tries to headbutt you. It's his second attack. He fails miserably, so you dodge that as well.
I laugh at him. What is this? You can't fight an old lady.
He's fuming now.
I'm just gonna cast. I'm going to cast. I don't want to kill him. I want to cast Gust of Wind and just push him back and keep taunting him.
Okay.
So he has to make a strength saving throw.
A strength
against 15.
He critted that. So he stands his ground firmly with the wind blowing just around him and through him. You can see his loincloth kind of flying, revealing anything.
I say, ooh, okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Let's go.
He says, "Do not mock Vok."
Come on, Vok. Show me what you got.
He's a poet.
I'm delivering a message. If you're not paying attention, old lady.
What is the message, Vok?
Die! Then he jumps at you again.
All right.
You want to do?
Turn, or?
No. You cast a spell. Do you want to do anything else? Can you do anything else?
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll cast. Fuck it. I'll just cast Lightning Bolt on him.
So the Gust of Wind was simply a cantrip or something like that?
Yeah, Gust of Wind is just a cantrip.
Okay, great. So yeah, I think you can cast Lightning Bolt, no problem. So you point at him and explode the spell. Do you roll? Do I roll?
It's I'm gonna cast it at level 3. At level 3 only I can cast it, and he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What is the DC?
15.
Okay, so he fails.
Just some 8d6.
Roll your
so that's 32.
32?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes it full on in his chest and flies back into the mansion with streams of lightning following him and igniting parts of the inner sections of the house. And you can hear Elmorn's voice. Ooh, the stove is lit again.
The lightning ignites flammable objects in the area.
Yeah, so it ignited the stove and some paintings and a rug and a towel. But this guy is gone. He's like flew inside the house, and then the face of an old man wearing the skin of a polar bear. He looks at you from the front door. He looks back at Vok and looks at you and says, "Well, I take it that the message was delivered."
Yeah, I got it. But it wasn't delivered appropriately, though.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Please come in.
Do I recognize him?
Yes, he's one of
inviting you.
He's one of the of Ruathim's caretakers, the shamans that guard the island. A high official. You believe the wagon outside it's his, and probably Vok is his bodyguard or something like that. He looks at you and says, "Well, I am terribly sorry about it, but it seems that your presence is requested in Ruathim."
That's why I'm here. I've been wanting to find out about what's going on in Ruathim.
Well, you haven't been doing a great job so far. You have been wandering around, not responding
it's
to
important.
any of our pigeons. This is not acceptable, and the council wants you back.
How long has it been? Some couple days?
It's been 3 weeks since your last letter to us. Now, I get it. We all want to experience the world and become part of it, but you have grown that part of your life. You are beyond that. And we've expected you to represent our interest better in this region. Therefore, the council has decided that you should head back.
There's important work that needs to be done here.
Well, we agree, and therefore we have appointed another one to fill in and maybe take care of any unfinished business you have here. And he calls back, Rocky?
And he comes into the room.
Yes.
She says, Rugby, and runs at him and just hugs him. And
the three of you, yeah, and Forgar, you arrived at the scene exactly where Eileen is hugging this young man, and they all go into the mansion. So you can join them there.
I'm gonna join them there.
Okay. Great. Peleus. As you go toward the dock, where you believe Turlang will, eventually emerge, you can see a lot of fishermen boarding small boats and rowing like madmen towards the sea. And a couple of them that goes just by you. You can hear them saying something about a sinking ship with all its treasures kind of floating for the free for all to take. So you believe this is some form of looting what's left from the remorseless. So as you go to the dock, a young woman kind of follows you. She has a long black hair and almond eyes, and she has this permanent smile on her face, like she knows, and she simply follows you as you.
Is she trying to be stealthy, or?
Not really. You do notice her belt. She has this leather belt with a huge silver buckle on it, which is really fancy. And you suspect she's either nobility or someone very rich from the merchants caste, but you're not sure.
I stop and turn around and walk towards her. Is there anything wrong? Why are you following me?
She says, no, not wrong. I thought you might want to join me.
Join you? Is she attractive? How attractive is she?
She is attractive. Not like beautiful, but you do see that she has this posture of someone who can take care of business. Like she isn't this lost girl or something like that. She's probably an adventurer.
I say I have important business to take care of right now, but I'm sure we can meet up later.
She says, well, dragons in the dock are always important business. I just think that two are better than one when tackling such problem. I know all about the contract. We can split it. 5,000 gold pieces to you, 5,000 to me.
Wait, there's a dragon in the dock? Is it by any chance an ice dragon?
Well, I don't know anything about an ice dragon. I did hear something about a silver dragon. And then she looks at you kind of, as if...
Oh yeah. You
May-
mean the silver dragon? Yeah, sure. I got it. Okay.
Dwarven thrower?
Make a blunt lie. Yeah.
Okay, that's a 6.
She says, well, obviously I was mistaken. I'm terribly sorry to have interrupted you. Please, forgive me. And then she turns and leaves.
As she turns, I want to. Do I really do this? Yeah, actually, I will cast Grasping Vine and keep her locked in place for a second. I want to like.
Rude.
You want to
How aggressive.
kind of to do...
I grab her back, like.
This is how druids flirt.
Oh, yeah.
So a vine erupts just behind her and touches her on the shoulder. She swirls, and you can see a blade in her hand coming out of nowhere. And she kind of looks around, and then she focuses on you, and she says, "What?"
Wait, you can't leave me standing here like this. I think we should take on that dragon, but some preparation is in order to take on a dragon. I think you agree with that.
She looks at you and says, "Well, definitely. I thought you came prepared. What kind of preparation are you talking about? And get that thing off of me."
Yeah, I stopped the vine from grasping her. Well, one must be sharpen his blade and make sure one is well rested and had a good night's sleep.
And she says, "If we'll take a good night's sleep, the dragon will slip away." I'm willing to give you an hour.
Okay. I'll take it. An hour back at this place?
She says, "Sure."
I nod, and I will still search the dock for my tree and friend for like 15 minutes.
Mhm.
And if I don't find him, I will go back to the mansion.
Okay, so you actually do find him. He floats on his back, into the middle of the dock. This tree simply floating in. Most of the people kind of ignore him, thinking this is probably debris. Excuse me, but you identify him as your friend.
Okay, I help him out of the water, and I ask him, Turling, are you okay?
He rises to its full height with people gasping as he stands there, and he says, "Yes, I think so." And he kind of looks around at himself.
I've been looking for you as soon as I noticed you were missing and the giants took you. It wasn't easy to find out, but I got on their tracks and managed to find you in the end. Have you been listening to any conversations the giants had? There seems to be like some sort of giant invasion recently.
He says, "All I heard are talks about a boiling mirror they need to rush to as the ship sank.
Boiling mirror.
But not all of them managed to get to it by the looks of it. Many frost giants corpses are now floating toward the bottomless end of this sea. People
Okay.
are starting to kind of talk and mumble, and you hear someone saying, "Call the elves! Call the elves!"
Well, okay, let them call the elves. Um, I think I'll join this group who is. I think they have some business with the giants as well, and yeah, I want to get to the bottom of the giant problem. On another note, it seems there's a dragon around here. Do you want to help out a little bit later?
He says, "Sure, for rescuing me, I can stick around for a while." And he winks.
Okay, that's great. I'll gather my friends and I'll be back in about an hour here.
He says, "Great, I will." And then, as soon as he says that, 4 elves dressed up with basically leaves are rushing toward the docks. And again, you haven't seen them before, but I think the older members of the group have. These belong to the House of Sylvanus. You have visited their temple, and they come rushing, happy and singing and greeting the giant tree, and look at you kind of in confusion, and say, "Do you know him?"
Oh yes, I do. But I'm a little bit short on time right now. I need to get going.
So they say, "Sure, we'll take him to our garden. He'll have like a great time, and he will rest and feed, and we'll take care of anything he needs."
Oh, that's very nice of you. That's great. But wait here for about an hour with him. My friends want to meet
Okay.
him as well. I want to introduce them.
Sure. And you can see already people are gathering to look at this marble, this living tree standing right there at the Waterdeep's dock. Not an everyday sight. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and after that I go as fast as I can to the mansion, which I hope someone would have told me about.
Yeah. Well, I said that's where I'd go after. So
Okay.
Yes,
I
but
think everybody
Johnny
would know.
He doesn't know where it is or what mansion. Let's meet in the mansion. Okay.
I can
Yeah.
probably find it out.
I think we could assume we'd be smart enough to tell him where it is.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
Or,
sense.
or we'll be smart enough to not tell him.
Good point.
Well, I'm the only one of this group who isn't a thief or something, apparently. So
So, and there is Quirin and Galen. Where to?
I need to find Fillory and Semyon.
Okay.
So I probably would have had them meet me at my apartment,
Great.
which is really just a staging area.
Okay, I thought I'd only join you guys to your friend who could help you. Who might
Yeah, I'm
be
just swinging by there on the way to pick them up. They're very handy to have around.
Okay.
That's fine with Galen.
So, at your apartment, you do find Fillory. And she's
Where's Semyon?
Semyon have gone to Helm's Hold under the
What?
orders of your father.
Pardon? Semyon reports to me.
Your mother's health is declining. Your father ordered to transport her to Helm's Hold. Semyon thought it would be best if he went along to make sure your interests with her are kept.
Okay, I appreciate that. Shit, I need to go to Helm's Hold. Sorry, everybody.
Out.
We're all leaving.
My mother's
to
health
ravine
is-
to Helm's Hold.
Yeah, does she actually believe it? Does she
Fillory?
believe that my mother's health? Yeah. Or is this some trick of my father's?
I was hoping Simeon will check in with his observations. I did hand him one of the sending stones.
Okay. All right, so we'll hear back, and then I'll determine if I'm going there or not. Did she manage to recruit a replacement for Orn?
Yes. So
Other dwarven teamster?
it's up to you to invent all the necessary details, but yes.
I'm just going to call him Lorne. I don't care what his name is. His name is now Lorne.
Okay.
Replacement of Orn.
Yeah, my name
Um,
is. I don't care what your name is. You're now Lorne.
Yeah, you're Lorne.
Nice to
Put it
meet
on the
you,
books, Fillory.
fantastic.
Perfect. So, great. Grab the wagon, buddy. Let's go.
Okay.
Now we can ride in style. So we'll get in the carriage and we'll head over to my friend's house. Unless you want to swing by your family's house first, Corian.
Sure, it'll just be a few minutes.
Okay.
And,
So
and while you're visiting there, maybe we could talk to Red Nora. I assume she's with us.
yes, she.
The
she-
dwarf?
Yeah, the dwarf princess.
Oops.
She just
Oh.
stands there at the warehouse.
She got eaten by the
Still
tentacle
at.
like 2 hours ago. Sorry.
We didn't even notice.
Yes, she's with you. But she said that she. So if you want her to be with you, then that's fine. Otherwise, she'll head to one of the city's inns to wait for her father. Up to you.
I say we send her to the inn. I mean, she was kind of annoying.
Yes. Yeah, but it might be useful to have her father as an ally.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe what I'll do is once this is all settled, I'll get Lorne to take her to an inn with Fillory and get it all paid for and taken care of.
Okay, that's actually very
Fillory
nice.
knows
Did you
safe
get any
place to go and
response
stuff.
from the sending stone?
She once you got on shore, then yes, her father told her that he'll be there in 4 days with all the entourage. So she's to wait at one of the inns, and since Andrest has agreed to kind of take care of that, she is more than happy to comply.
You mentioned that we heard that the Thornhold was attacked, right, by giants.
So you've heard talks about stone giants around Thornhold. You haven't heard reports of it, being attacked. But these are rumors. So
No.
okay. So Quirion, you take up the stairs to your own apartment, and you find your wife and son. She's tending to some laundry, and your son, who is very, very happy to meet you, produces this stone, a play stone that he's kind of playing with, and he says, "Look what I found on the tree,
Hey,
the
what-
cookie jar."
In the cookie jar?
Yeah.
On the tree? Yeah, that's amazing. Can I take a look?
Yes.
I take a look. I try to see if I can identify anything on it.
So-
maybe Arcana.
He says the monster was talking to me through it, but then it stopped. I think it's broken.
That's amazing.
Really? What did the monster tell you?
She told me that I need to find her.
Did you tell her, or did she tell you what her name is?
It's a monster. The monster.
Okay. Do you have any idea what she looks like?
She looks like this, and he does. Rah.
All right, buddy. I try to take a look at the stone to see if I can identify it. Or anything
Sure.
else that's familiar.
So you believe, after kind of inspecting it for a while, that this is one of a pair of sending stones. and it's been painted to be attractive to a child to play with, and it's got this sigil kind of etched into it, and you can definitely feel the magical power that is still inside of it, which makes it kind of odd why it has stopped working, at least according to what your child is telling you.
Do I identify the sigil?
So roll, Arcana or History.
Okay. Okay, I got 17 plus. Okay, I got a 19.
So you believe this is the sigil of a wizard named Denem. He's actually one of a few kind of working class wizards here in town, here in the city. So you believe he produced those sending stones.
Got it.
Would you have brought us up into your apartment with you, or are we in the carriage?
I think it'd probably be in the carriage, unless
Okay.
one of you guys wants to join me to come say
It's your
hello,
family, man.
Visit my family.
I have no interest in your family.
Your son says, "Do you think the monster is okay?"
I'm pretty sure she is okay, but listen, how about would you like me to try to figure it out, and I can take it with me. I'll give it back to you the next time that I see you.
So
How's that?
he says yes, and then he takes the stone and cradles it and says, "Monster, monster, my father will come and rescue you, and then I can give you more cookies." And then he kisses the stone and hands it to you.
Okay. I try to do like an Arcana check on my son, see if I can find something strange with him.
Okay.
If, like there's any effect on him.
You can roll, definitely.
You got a 19.
19?
19. Yeah.
Okay. No, you don't think he is affected by some magical effect. This is simply his curiosity and, his secret, that the monster that he probably keeps from your wife.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to write a note, and I'm gonna write it in a. Well, my son probably might be. I'm guessing my son doesn't know Elven yet. Whatever language that he doesn't know, could be Elven or Dwarven.
Okay.
I'll write a note to whom it may concern. I have your stone. Please feel free to contact me, and keep my son away from it. And I tell my son, I fold it into like something nice, like I don't know, like a bird or like whatever I know how to fold paper into.
Yep.
And I tell my son, listen, next time that you are on the tree, leave that in the cookie jar for the monster.
And he takes it and says, "Yes, of course."
All right, son. And okay, I kiss him goodbye, and I go speak to my wife a bit. I tell her that I have to run, and that I tell her that I'm investigating this thing with the giants, and when I can tell her more, I will. And
Okay.
I leave her with a little more money.
Great. She accepts your gold and your hug, and then you join your friends down at the carriage.
Okay.
With the stone at hand.
Yeah.
Great.
You gonna tell us about it?
Yeah. Tell you guys on the way over there.
So
Use,
I might.
I tell you also about this wizard that I want to go visit. A wizard called Denem.
Do I know anything about Denem? Have I heard of this fella before?
Roll your
His
history. Yes.
Nope. Critical fail. Never heard of the guy. He obviously is of no importance. However, my contact might be able to tell us more, but I believe that sending stones only work if you're on the same plane of existence. So the person or thing that has the other stone might not be on the prime material plane. Just a hunch.
Interesting.
Which might make it a legit monster.
Yeah, indeed.
Just be warned.
Okay, and where are you taking the wagon to, the carriage to?
I think we need to go to my contact, who I'm guessing is some sort of artificer or something like that. I think this painting needs to be addressed pretty quickly here. How's your hand doing there, Galen?
It's fine.
and he lifts the healthy one. It's fine.
Yeah, it's totally good.
Okay, so you take the streets. At some point, the carriage kind of pulls to a halt with a crowd of people crossing the street, and what you do see immediately is that they are all refugees. They basically carry all their belongings on them. Galen, you recognize some faces from Golden Fields. You believe these are people from there.
Okay, I'll. Where is your friend? Where is
My
he located?
contact?
Yeah, contact.
I can tell you where. I give you directions. You should leave the painting with us, though.
Yeah, here's the painting, and I'll meet you there. And then I'll
Don't
jump out
take
to-
long. That's getting worse.
No, it's fine.
So
Actually,
I'll
as I'm
stick.
jumping out and like the hand, like holding the hand on it. May or may not be completely black. I
It's
don't
all
know.
black.
I'll be
I'm gonna
fine.
stick my-
And then the hand falls down.
Falls right off. It starts attacking you. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'll stick my head out the carriage window and tell Lauren to either go through or go around.
I will go around,
Don't
sir.
don't go through. I say. Standing
Oh, what?
as a-
Sorry,
John.
huh?
Okay. So Galen, you come off the carriage as it kind of rushes forward to go around the crowd. You do find some familiar faces. They look at you, but they don't. They try not to make eye contact. So what do?
I'll approach them like, hi, friends. I heard about what happened. Like, can you tell me more?
So you find one of the farmers that worked not really far from you. His name is Marcus. He shakes your hand and says that hill giants attacked Goldenfield in great numbers and basically laid waste to large parts of the city. The priests, including your wife, were a great help. They managed to push back the attack, but many farms were destroyed. This crowd is basically a how should I say it? They basically want to address the authorities of Waterdeep and ask for help in rebuilding, and basically they come for money. And some of those who lost their houses and lost their businesses even thought of maybe starting anew here in Waterdeep. He whispers that most of the people who faced the giants believe that Goldenfield or any other city isn't safe anymore. Maybe Neverwinter, maybe Waterdeep are large enough and powerful enough to fend off the giants, but most of them, are so traumatized by the attacks that they believe, all is lost, basically.
And does she actually call her my wife since we were never married? I left.
So
Before the marriage.
So when you're not mentioning it, but when you kind of make this face, he says she is pregnant.
Yes, yes.
I've
And
heard that she was about to talk with the Open Lord of Waterdeep, or maybe it's Blackstaff.
What? She's here?
Ooh,
What?
Calvin.
Yes.
Oh, I should probably go talk to her. Yeah, we have things to talk about. Sure.
He kind of averts his gaze and says, and kind of pat you on the shoulder and says, yes, you do that.
Yes, yes, that's. She's not mad, is she? I mean, she wouldn't have anything to be mad about, of course, other than the attack. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, she's mad about the attack. Like, don't ignore me. Here, have some money. and I will fill up.
Some money.
And I will fill up with this and give them some money, and also say here for all the refugees. And I'll just give them like 50 gold.
Okay, so yes, that's a very
like a huge purse. Like here, have some money.
Clank.
Here, I'm guilty. Okay, sure. So they accept it gratefully and say that they will be staying as a group in the Three Pearls nightclub. They have like not random but temporary residence there, and your wife should talk to the authorities and make some more permanent resident for them. Might be one of those abandoned mansions somewhere in the city.
And will Eveline be staying there also?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I should go
Holy
see her.
hell, Galen's married.
Yes, I should go see her right away. I have another appointment. And I'll toward Aletheia's contact.
Okay.
I've never been more interested in Galen ever.
So, you all meet at your contact, whose name is, if I remember correctly, Excellence.
Is which, sorry?
Your contact's name?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Is what?
Excellence, I think.
Excellence?
But maybe I'm wrong.
All of us? All of us are six?
No. I'm talking to Enderist,
Okay.
Quarian, and Galen.
All right.
And is Excellent an artificer?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Put that down. All right, perfect. So, Excellent knows me.
Oh, maybe it was the Excellence or Muse. I'm not sure. Okay, never mind.
Whatever. I'm not here for small talk. I just have some quick information I need, as quick as she can. I need to know more information about this crown. Basically, out of game, what I need to know is, does it still have magic, and can I still tap into it, and what does that mean? I've got this dragon bone comb, this unknown red potion, and this painting, which I need information, all of it. And if she needs, and the frog statues, which I can identify myself while she's doing that. If she needs items in exchange, I do have some stuff that I can hopefully trade with her for this information.
Okay, so as you kind of produce all those items, she obviously smiles and is very happy to see another customer. But then something happens, like all of the lighting in the room kind of is sucked out, and you are all drawn into this darkness, and you can hear feet on the ceiling. She looks around quite warily, and she isn't very happy with it, and she says, are these for you or for me? As she points at, dark robed figures next to the windows and doors.
I'm gonna scoop that stuff back into my bag. Except for the crown, which I'm going to hold in my hand and be ready to put it on my head. Hold on.
Okay,
I'll want to speak for a minute.
I assume I'm there at this time.
Yes, you're all there now. Eileen, as Eileen and Forgar and Peleus, as you are meeting at the mansion, not Aline, should I say Rockvi?
Rugby, yeah.
Rockvi.
It's my new character, guys.
So as
I
you
suspected something like it.
as you are introduced to this young barbarian,
he looks like well, he's a paladin, but there's a picture of him on Roll20 now. He's just tall, long brown hair, not really a beard. Looks very young, and he smiles at you guys and greets you heartily with a hearty smile. Hello, hi, I'm Rugby. Pleasure meeting y'all.
Where exactly do I find this picture?
Oh, it's
I'm a
on my
Forgar.
character sheet.
Sorry?
My character sheet on Roll20.
I only see Ellen.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
probably not. It's probably not public.
Mm.
So, as you are introduced to this new guy, the same happens to you. The light kind of is sucked out of the room, and you can hear people or footsteps on the roof, and then black-robed figures appear next to the windows and doors, and for the both of you, right? One of the figures approaches, do this with her sleeves, and you can see blue scaly skin with black fingernails, and this figure says, "It ends now."
To me, to us, or to
To your group, to your group, and to Andrew's group.
Hello, I'm
Hi.
Rugby. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see my character portrait at Roll20.
No, you can't.
So with this, we'll end for today.
Okay. Interesting.
Damn, I want to get that 5,000 gold.
So what I
It's
what
gonna be a bit hard.
what I want you to
Even if it
do.
means killing a silver dragon?
Ooh.
Yeah,
mean,
kill,
five-
That's our friend.
kill Clarion. We've met Clarion. Silver
I
dragon.
mean, the other adventurer, lady, girl, whatever, is probably really strong, right? If she wants to take on a silver dragon with 2 people,
Yeah, that
So-
sounds right.
we'll just rely on her.
Or
We'll
we'll
make it
kill
work.
her and level up again.
There we go. I could use a level.
Yeah.
So what I
So
need
what
you
do you
guys
want
is
us to do?
I just want you to think about what do you want to do next, assuming you'll survive the first 15 minutes of the next session. If you do, think about what you want to do next. You can write me an email or just one sentence, just so I can kind of, as a group, it's okay to metagame and say this interests us, this doesn't, just so I will be more prepared.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Great.
Maybe we should talk about that as a group for like.
Can I ask a quick
10
question
minutes.
then? Before
Sure.
I can't decide until I know where Helmshold is in relation to Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate and Golden Fields.
Okay, so I think we can. I think I actually have a map here.
Yeah, you have on Roll20. You can move us over on the.
Yeah, no, I
Onto
don't
the
have
left.
I don't have Roll20 open, but
Mm.
Well, you can end the recording and we can talk about it a bit.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll do exactly that. Or not. Wait. Oh, here. All my maps.
Also, do I get Aline's stuff? Oh, my new character?
What do you mean Aline stuff?
Oh, only if you kill her.
Do I have to kill her to loot her first?
Yes. And I assume you're like family member or something.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
She's his aunt.
With 2 paladins, I expect there to be a significant amount of smiting going on now.
Yes, I one of the smite spell. I put it in all caps, so I see it every time. And my roll 20 click.
Smite, smite, smite. The paladin ones that didn't cast any spells, just smite.
So Goldenfield is to the north and east. It's quite a journey. It's not a very short one. Helm's Hold is to the north, just before Neverwinter, which is quite a distance.
So farther than Golden Fields?
Yes. So Goldenfield is kind of taking a small detour to the east before going north again. Any other
and
map-related
Baldur's
questions?
Gate
Baldur's Gate is to the south.
Yeah. Okay. On the other side of Candlekeep.
And Thornhold?
Thornhold is a day to the north.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of close.
Yeah, so basically most of the areas are to the north. So if you simply head north, you'll hit each and any one of them quite easily. But it is a trek, like it is a journey. It's not like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
But kind of the question is, should we go to Baldur's Gate first? You did have the teleport scroll thing that might take us there.
Oh, right. We don't know where that takes us.
No,
Yeah.
but we could maybe
Well,
figure it out.
You just
With this
experiment.
artificer. Yeah, I forgot about that teleport scroll.
One
right
more
in
question, map related. Where's Bryn Shander?
Bryn Shander
Way
is
north.
way to the north. It's like the northmost settlement known to man in the Sword
It's
Coast.
way up. It's
Like
way up in the
Icewind Dale?
mountains.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Icewind Dale. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 towns. Bryn Shander is one of the 10 towns.
yes.
Okay. Got it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
we have to get up there eventually, right?
Probably.
Yeah, yes, probably.
Okay.
And we might not need to go to Golden Fields now, since most of or at least
Since
some of
Golden
the people here.
Goldenfield
Goldfield has come to you.
came over.
Yes,
Right.
but still, it might be good to go there to kill the hill giants at some point and recover
yeah.
the soul.
Killing hill giants sounds like paladin work to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Mhm,
also
mhm.
me as a player, like hill giants, less powerful than stone giants,
hmm
frost giants.
Might be a good
But
practice.
still, still able to
Still.
smash me.
It's still a giant, yes.
So
I'm
good
pretty
luck.
interested in Jolly. Like, going
Where's he
back
supposed
to
to be?
that's where we started. He's
Where's Jolly
going
supposed
after
to be?
his son that he asked us to deal with like 12 episodes ago.
Sorry, the son of the friend
Yeah.
way up in Bryn Shander, 10 towns. Yeah. I know who they are.
We did what Jenkins kind of got a ship to go there way back.
right.
Oh yeah.
Pirate ship.
Yes. So
Go
many
there.
open threads. You have to
Yeah.
choose.
Or go after the treasure map we had. One of the
Oh,
then
yeah.
we decided to do something completely different.
Yes.
And
I
Project
think
decided-
north is where we need to go, but we've also got that guy down south. We can't leave him with his Zentarum.
Yeah.
I think the faster we get to that, the better. That poor giant we rescued. I don't know what Zentarum are doing to him now.
Yeah, and he might
Arsenal
also have
is it Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
he,
Okay.
he might also have a lot of information about what the giants are doing. He was prisoner of the giants. The first
Oh
one.
man, that makes it feel like that's what we should be doing.
The giants
Not
were
going to
looking
see
for
Jolly.
So let's
the
do
ring?
something completely different.
All right,
Oh,
Here's what
wait a
we
minute.
should be doing.
we're
Let's
going
go
to
the
dinner.
opposite direction.
Right, it's dinner time.
My vote is we teleport down there, we free him, and then we try and teleport or make haste back to the north, to Neverwinter area.
Should
Yeah.
we take the meeting first with Lord Jules?
I think we should take the meeting first.
I don't.
Not very many more nice invitations this guy's gonna give us, and I'm a little
Agreed.
concerned as to of what the next one will be.
The next one will just be captured, like banged in the heads, and just taken forcibly to the damn.
See, and you know that doesn't appeal to me as much. I like
Alright.
food. I'd
I
like
agree with James, but I have to go. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys. So I will leave you as well to discuss your plans.
Alright.
So
Okay.
see you in 2 weeks.
Sure.
Take
See
care.
you then.
Oh, I can't play in 2 weeks.
Oh man.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up now.